the importance of Cherokee values emphasizes that one should not just live as an individual, but one should live for the greater good of a community, the greater good of the world, to bring about a benefit, a better way of life for all the people of the world. We can change the world from right here in Tennessee by starting a movement that will resonate throughout the entire United States and will resonate throughout the world. And by starting a movement, I think we have to look back on the history of Nashville, because a large part of the civil rights movement was actually started with sit-in demonstrations in Nashville in the 1960s. And that actually reverberated across the United States and received worldwide attention. So we have to look at, in terms of starting a movement again, that will reverberate across the country and across the world, again, for the benefit of all the people of the planet. It's important for people to know the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, because this is a declaration that is applicable to conflicts around the world. In particular, the conflict that is taking place in Gaza right now, the genocide that is taking place in Gaza right now. And I have to speak from the standpoint of being an attorney and looking at it from the standpoint of international law. International law, and under international law, the colonialism practiced by Israel is considered a permanent armed attack, and the actions of Hamas in terms of resisting this permanent armed attack were self-defense. And I have to further reference the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which I have a copy of, and I always keep it close at hand. And I'd like to read a provision from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights that I feel is particularly applicable to the situation of conflicts around the world. I will read, and I quote, "Whereas it is essential, if a man is not to be compelled to have recourse as a last resort to rebellion against tyranny and oppression, then those human rights should be protected by the rule of law." But what is happening around the world? These human rights are not protected by the rule of law, so humanity, oppressed humanity, has no alternative but to take matters into its own hands to free itself from oppression. 20,000 Gazan Palestinian children have been killed since the start of that conflict in October of 2023. And to me, that is just mind-boggling. 20,000 children. I'm a grandfather. I'm a father. And when I see the children of Gaza, a lot of them look like my grandkids. So again, this is an issue that I feel particularly strongly about. There are so many issues right now, a plethora, an abundance of issues facing us right here in the United States and facing humanity across the world. And the way to get involved is by looking at and picking out a particular issue or issues that is close to a given person, and getting involved in a demonstration, getting involved in writing letters, getting involved in contacting elected representatives. There is just a plethora of ways of people that can get involved, but I always think the most effective is to getting involved in terms of personal involvement, in terms of, again, getting involved in demonstrations and public expressions of the way people feel about a particular issue. And I will repeat, the answer to that question is to get involved. I thank you.